I love sitting down at the end of the month and reflecting and reviewing everything that I was so lucky to try, and I have quite a big pile of things in front of me this month that I tried out. There's some Beauty Bait, there's some CatKin, and of course Singe Beauty as well. I always love testing new makeup, however things are starting to slow down a little bit. If you've been on my channel, you will know that unfortunately I did lose one of my jobs this month, so income has been a little bit slower. I'm still applying to PR lists and I'm still trying to get in that kind of scene. However, my full face off series may be a little bit slower from here on out. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to be getting any new makeup to try. I'm definitely going to be dabbling, dipping my toe in here and there, but it might just be a little bit less than usual. So this might be the last like huge haul for a while. However, I know that some of you are on no buys, so that might be amazing for you. But just before we do jump into the video today, guys, if you have not already, definitely like and subscribe. It would help me out so much. I love bright, fun, colourful makeup. I love project panning, get ready with me's, hauls, trying new makeup, all that kind of fun stuff. So if that sounds like a great time to you, then definitely stick around. I do also have a channel memberships where you can vote on what palettes I use, and you can also be in our little exclusive group chat as well. It's a super fun time, so if you fancy that, then the link will be down below. So I was very grateful this month. I've had quite a lot of PR in, which is absolutely amazing. So I'm going to start with, my mirror just almost fell and it gave me a heart attack. I'm going to start with CatKin. So this is a brand that I did mention in my last month haul video because I knew what I was getting, but I didn't actually have it with me yet. Now, obviously, I have it here in front of me. I can share some views and opinions with you guys as well. So I'm going to start with the CatKin Pandaland Cushion Foundation. This is so adorable, and if that wasn't enough, it is such good quality as well. I did do a first impressions with these CatKin products as well, so I'll link it up in the cards if you want to see them in action. Just look how cute this thing is, and I do have a refill as well. I was so scared that this was going to be one of those brands. We all know a brand like this. The packaging is gorgeous, but the product inside is useless. This has been my go-to foundation, to be honest, over the past few weeks. I'm not even gonna lie. Sometimes there are those products where I use it in a first impressions and then it just kind of goes in my drawers and it kind of never gets used again. This has been one of my favorite foundations and I am baffled. I've never tried a cushion foundation apart from this one. So it comes with a little kind of silicone feeling puff and then you open it up and that is the cushion foundation in there. I've never tried a cushion foundation. I had it in my head that all cushion foundations were like really low coverage and really like dewy and like kind of what's trendy right now. This is super high coverage. This is like full. I was not expecting this whatsoever. So I actually do my makeup on the bus once a week, and normally I like squeeze it on my finger and I'm like juggling it and I'm putting it on, and when you're traveling on a bus, it's not the vibe. This is what I've been reaching for when I travel doing my makeup. It is so easy. It looks amazing. This is probably my most used item that I've got in PR in a short amount of time. This is so good. I would 100,000,000% recommend these. I do have links to everything that I talk about down below as well, just in case you're interested. Someone did say, and this is a big thing, someone did comment on my first impressions video saying that they love the look of CatKin, however their shade range is not inclusive for them at all. This is a very typical kind of Chinese brand. The shade range it's like pale to light. Good luck, you know, so that is something that I wish they would expand on. I really wish they would, but if you do have paler skin, I would recommend this 100%, but I kind of feel icky saying that, you know, because I don't want to gatekeep a product for people with deeper skin tones, but it's cute. My dog has been kissing my face. He had a little bit of like a mad moment, so if my makeup is like all over the place, I'm very, very sorry. Blame Stan. There you go. Blame Stan, not me. So yeah, I've really, really tested this. Love it. Next from CatKin, I have the powder. This is a loose powder. It is the loose setting powder. That's what it's called. And I have the shade CO1 Natural Powder. They do also have a glowier version of this, but I just got the natural matte version. This is beautiful as well. I always say I can't really say much about powders. I feel like you can't really review powders. I can review this and it is so good. I should say as well, I'm in the shade C01 Fair in the foundation and then C01 in the powder as well. This is so smoothing. I feel really annoyed when I get a new powder because I'm like, well, it's a powder. How do I review a powder? It's just like, it's fine. This, I see a difference. I see the smoothing effect under my eyes. I see like the pore filling on my face. This is so smooth. I'm holding it upside down. This is so smooth. This is so beautiful. This is genuinely so good. Like, where has CatKin been my whole life? Like, thank you, CatKin, for reaching out to me because I'd have just been living without you and that's just criminal. It's so nice. Even the packaging, like look at this packaging, so gorgeous. It feels so luxe as well. Oh my god, it comes with a little puff, just beautiful, so smoothing, so finely milled, so gorgeous. Like, I cannot say enough good things about CatKin. Stunning products, 10 out of 10. This might be like a brand that I've really got to look into. I do know, little side note, they've released a hydrating version of their cushion foundation. I actually didn't find this too drying. I have very dry skin. I didn't find this too drying, so I'd be interested to see the hydrating version. A lot of brands do come out with like hydrating formulas almost as like a talking point, like a hit point, you know? Oh, that's trendy, hydrating. I don't think they need a hydrating version of this, but I could be proved wrong, I don't know. But really great products, 10 out of 10. Next, they also sent an eyeshadow palette. This is the CatKin Seasonal 9 Colors eyeshadow. It is in the shade CO8 Morandi, and it's not really my style. I am very much more colourful and in your face, like bright blues, crazy makeup. However, this has really spoken to me, and these shimmers are very reminiscent of the Makeup by Mario palettes, and I just love that because I've always lusted after them. This is super pretty. It really is. I love obviously these two down here, this blue and then this kind of cool tone purple. It is neutral. I think if they'd come out with like a crazy colour story, it'd be more me, but I don't think CatKin are that way inclined. They are quite neutral. They are quite toned down. I mean, it does have this deep blue, which is absolutely beautiful. However, sometimes when I get a neutral palette, it can butt heads with my Pan That palette. My Pan That palette is the That's Taupe palette from Colourpop, so it does have a lot of these shades. However, I have used a lot of these as toppers because they are so beautiful and almost like Ritz from Colourpop. They have like glitter infused into the shades and it is just stunning. Again, there is a first impressions on my channel with all of these things, so it's just beautiful to see them all in action, and this is just stunning. I think it's so beautiful. If you are into those neutral shades, this is definitely one to look into. So pretty, and again, the packaging is just gorgeous. I love brands that take packaging into account, like finally, but I mean, oh my gosh, just look at those swatches. For neutral days, yes. And then finally in the CatKin PR box, we had the lipstick, and I mean, just look at this. Are you joking me? This is the Rouge lipstick in the shade CR172 Maple, and I just don't even know how I'm meant to use this, to be honest. It is the most beautiful product I've ever seen in my life. It's got almost like a scene from Roman times or something. It looks like Roman people with like birds and trees, and oh my god, how am I meant to use this? This is too beautiful. It's too gorgeous. It is insanity. I say all the time, I'm so fed up of brands coming out with boring packaging. Really nice products, but oh, yawn boring. Makeup should be an experience. CatKin is definitely an experience, and I'm in love with this so much. I love them all. I've been using these pretty consistently throughout the month. I've been reaching for them, which in itself is quite a praise, because I often do buy things or get things sent to me in PR. I use them for a little bit and then kind of move on. These, especially the foundation, I can't believe I'm raving over a foundation this much. Normally I'm like eyeshadow only, but 10 out of 10 products. Genuinely so beautiful products. And I just really, really love them. So CatKin is definitely a brand that I'm going to have to keep my eye on, because those things are beautiful. Now let's move on to things that I bought with my own money. And this was for my full face of Beauty Bay. So I did have quite a lot of Beauty Bay products in my collection already. However, I did have a few missing pieces. So the first thing I bought was the Beauty Bay Skin Tint. This is officially called the Glow Filter. This is definitely outside of my comfort zone. I got the shade BB101, and this is the lighter shade of this. This is very, very low coverage. And I mean, you heard from the CatKin, I'm a full coverage girl. This is very low coverage. This is clean girl aesthetic. However, my skin is calming down, actually. I know you can't really tell that much because my dog's just like taken off all my makeup, which is really nice. I really love that. However, my skin is calming down. I've had a lot of stress this past month, and my skin, she's been suffering. She's been suffering a hell of a lot over the past month, but we are officially calming down. I just have this big one here that's kind of causing an issue. The rest are pretty fine. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to reach for this more over the next month. I've only used this a few times outside of my first impressions, and I have felt quite self-conscious. Something that I will say, this GirlCrush concealer, I'm wearing this today. This, I've noticed, this is not like a first impression. I've had this for ages, by the way. This almost forms like a seal over pimples, where, you know how some concealers you blend it out and then it just peeks through? This almost creates like a film over a pimple, and if you blend it out with your finger, it doesn't take it up over the pimple, which, oh my god, amazing. So this is more used as a spot concealer now. It works great under the eyes as well, but if you do suffer with acne, maybe give this a go and blend it out with your finger, because 10 out of 10 for acne. Anyway, if I use that and then put this on over the top, it does work a lot better. I do get quite self-conscious still a little bit about my acne. I try not to let it affect me too much. However, this for me is just a little bit too low coverage. It's got a really nice glow to it. A lot of skin tints just look unset and just look kind of sweaty, and then as soon as you set your face, the glow disappears. This is not like that. This has glow infused into the product instead of it just looking unset or unblended. You know, the ones that just kind of make you look sweaty. This has a little bit of shine in it, so even if you powder it, there's still some shine coming through. So if you do like a bit of shine, a bit of glow, but you don't like the look of just looking unset, this is probably the one for you. Again, they will all be linked down below. It's nice for when I'm feeling okay about my skin. However, for me, I'm still a full coverage girl. I really, really am. Next from Beauty Bay, I got the face palette. This is the Bronze Blush Glow face palette, and I have mixed opinions on this, to be honest. I've used it a few times since my first impressions, and in my first impressions, I said this bronzer looks green. And I'm not gonna lie, it still kind of does. I don't really know how to describe it. It's just kind of a kind of green undertone. I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to see it. On the back of my hand, it looks kind of fine. There's something olivey about it. Not that having like a green undertone is bad, because there are so many people with olive tone skin that do struggle to find a bronzer that really works for them. If you have olive tone skin, this is so for you. This is so for you. I really have been gravitating towards this blush over this one. I am more of a peachy girl anyway, but this is still really nice. The highlight's great as well. It is a nice palette. I just kind of need to get over the hump, the mental hump of just seeing this as a green bronzer. I think that's why I've not been reaching for it, because every time I look at it, I'm like, it's kind of green though. It's kind of green though. I don't know. If you have this, let me know. Someone did comment on my full face of Beauty Bay and said, yeah, actually, they always saw it as a kind of yellowy tone bronzer, but now I said it kind of looks green. They kind of agreed with me. So if you have this palette, give it a swatch and let me know down below. Am I just going nuts, or do you see it as well? I might just be going crazy. Who knows? Who knows? But it's a nice palette. I wouldn't say that this is like, whoa, amazing, incredible. It could be a nice pan that face palette at some point. I'd be pretty happy panning this. It's one that I'm okay about. It's not crazy. It's nothing incredible. It's fine. Would I say run out and buy it? No. But if you're looking for like a basic face palette, then maybe that's the one for you. And the final product I got from Beauty Bay is actually one that really pushed me out my comfort zone, and I'm so grateful for this. This is the lip liner, and it is in the shade Vintage. This is a really deep shade, and you know what? I was about to buy another boring mid-tone neutral when I made my Beauty Bay order, but then I stopped and I thought, you know what, let's do something different. And so I bought this, and you know what, I've been really loving it. Swatch it here for you. Stan just did the biggest snort. That is what it looks like. It's deep. Like, I'm very fair. I'm a very pale girl. This is very deep. And like I said, I wanted to try something a little bit different. And I love this. A lot of people had mixed opinions about the deep lip that I did, but you know what? I really enjoy it. I think it's something really different, and that's the beauty of makeup, doing things that do push yourself out your comfort zone. I don't have any lip liner like this in my makeup collection, and yes, I could have bought yet another mid-tone brownie nude, just like all the rest of the shades in my collection, but I wanted something different, and I wanted to expand a little bit and play a little bit. I do so many brownie nude like this is the lip color that I've been doing for months, and I love it. I really do, but I wanted something a little bit different. I really like this. I think it's so cool. I will say, you can kind of see on the swatch here, actually. I'll show you like close up. Can you see it kind of gathers? It kind of balls up a little bit in the swatch. There are places in this swatch where it's kind of got a bit like chunky. It does do that on the lips. It kind of gathers a little bit on the lips. You kind of draw it on and then there's like a little like clump. So just be careful about that. That's something that I have noticed. So I would like obviously a lip product that didn't do that. However, maybe it's because it's a bit of a drier formula. I'm not too sure. That is something that I am a bit like, why is that happening? And that should not be happening. Do keep that in mind if you are going to buy one of these Beauty Bay lip liners. Other than that though, they are pretty good. You can just like get rid of it. However, should you have to do that? That's up to you. That's up to you to decide. I really like it. If you are pale, Vintage will work for you. It's a little bit out there though. But iconic. I kind of love that. And the final product that I got in my collection today, I will say just before I show you guys this, I am going to be doing an inventory update next month, very soon, in the first part of next month. And if you've been keeping up with these monthly haul videos, you will know I have brought in so many new makeup products over the past 6 months. And so that is going to be really interesting. So definitely stick around for the inventory series. I'm going to be going in depth into my makeup collection, counting everything. I'm going to be doing it in parts. So like base, cheeks, eyes, and lips. It's going to be an interesting one. But the final product that I got sent in PR this month is the Singe Agate Temptation eyeshadow palette from Angie's brand. I absolutely adore this palette. This really pushes me out my comfort zone. A lot of you guys were saying when I first kind of sneak peeked this on my Instagram, they were saying you don't like greens and you don't like oranges. So like, why are we getting excited about this? It's because it pushes me out my comfort zone. And I love that. Would I go for blues and smoky tones over these tones? Yes. 9 times out of 10, yes, I would. Think Singe Galactic Visitor. Very, very me. This pushes me though. I love makeup that pushes me and pushes my creativity a little bit. I have done 3 looks with this palette. I've done a 2 looks 1 palette video and a dedicated review, and these are the looks from those. They're all very colourful, they're all very creative, and that's what I love. I think sometimes, like, yes, I love blue. However, I feel safe with blue, and sometimes my creativity with blue is kind of lacking because, like, I just love it. With these kind of colours, though, they make me think, and they make me more creative, I think, because I've got to think about it. I've got to plan a look that I wouldn't normally do with colours that I don't really use, and I just love it for that. I really, really do. I think it's a really, really solid palette. I mean, the formula is stunning. The formula is just absolutely beautiful. Are we surprised with Angie's brand? No. No, not at all. Really, really beautiful eyeshadow palette. Yes, it pushes me. No, I wouldn't reach for these tones on my own, but I've really, really loved reaching for them. I think they've all been really, really solid shades, and I'm really excited to keep playing with it. Oh my god, especially this chartreuse. It's like the same color as my nail. Oof. Oof. Beautiful. I might do a look combining the two, the Agate Temptation and the Galactic Visitor. That could be a really fun little get ready with me. I might do that in a few days, actually. Just combine the two, see what comes up. But yeah, these are all the products that I got in this month. Less than usual, however, I still know that this is a lot of makeup to receive in 1 month. It is part of my job. I will just make this disclaimer here. It's part of my job to review makeup, and even though my full face of series is going to be cut back a tiny little bit, I'm still really excited to carry on and to try new products. I'm thinking of maybe doing a full face of Wet n Wild. I think that would be really, really fun. It is a more inexpensive brand, so budget friendly, but let me know any full face of ideas that you think of. I'd really want to do a full face of Colourpop at one point, but I'm going to wait for a free international shipping sale. Then maybe I'll do that. But let me know, have you got any new goodies this month? Let me know down below. What do you think of them? Do you regret them? Oh, I really, really hope not. I really hope you love all the new makeup that you have bought. I'm sending so much love your way. Definitely like and subscribe. And I will see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Bye bye.